Welcome back, students. In today's class, we shall discuss second chapter in part A, that is theory of consumer behavior. Who is a consumer? What is his behavior? The consumer is one who consumes goods. Consumer consumes variety of goods and services. Because these goods, variety of goods and services satisfy wants. Then what is his behavior? Consumer's response or reaction in a given situation. Consumer behavior can be studied in two different approaches. There are two different approaches which study consumer behavior. So which are two different approaches? First one is cardinal utility approach or analysis, and second one is ordinal utility approach or analysis. So here cardinal utility approach expresses utility in numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Whereas ordinal utility approach expresses utility in ranks, first, second, third, like that. So we discuss ordinal utility approach later. First we take up cardinal utility approach. So what is this utility? So utility is nothing but want satisfying power of a commodity. ತುಷ್ಟಿ ಗುಣ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ತುಷ್ಟಿ ಗುಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಯಕೆಯನ್ನ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಪಡಿಸುವ ಗುಣ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ತುಷ್ಟಿ ಗುಣ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ವಸ್ತುವಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಬಯಕೆಯನ್ನ ತೃಪ್ತಿಪಡಿಸುವ ಗುಣ, ಅದನ್ನ ತುಷ್ಟಿ ಗುಣ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So want satisfying power of a commodity is called utility. Each and every commodity has a utility, hence it because it satisfies human wants. People use variety of goods and services. For example, this chalk piece has utility. If this chalk piece satisfies the want of a teacher by writing. So there are two concepts of utility. First one is total utility and second one is marginal utility. So what is this total utility? So I have written a table here. This column shows units of apple, total utility, next marginal utility. Consumer consumes certain units of apple, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It gives him total utility like 18, 22, 24, 24 and 22. Marginal utility 12, 6, 4, 2, 0 and minus 2. So what is this total utility? Total utility is nothing but total amount of satisfaction from the consumption of all units of a commodity. Total amount of satisfaction from the consumption of all units of a commodity. So this column shows total utility. Here first unit gives consumer 12 units of total utility. Second unit of apple 18. So how to calculate this? Second unit, 2 units of apple give consumer 18 units of utility. Now how to calculate this? So for that we need to calculate marginal utility column. So first unit of apple consumer gets 12 units of marginal utility and the second unit gives him 6 units of marginal utility. 12 plus 6 is 18. That is total utility from 2 units of apple. So there is a formula to calculate total utility. Total utility is equal to utility 1 plus utility 2 plus utility 3 plus utility 4 and so on till utility n. Number of units of the commodity the consumer consumed, and now we need to take the total of that. So as I told you how to calculate total utility. 22. So third unit of, or from 3 units of apple, consumer gets total utility of 22. From 3 units of apple, total utility which consumer derives, that is 22. How to calculate that? We need to take the total of this one. 12 plus 6 plus 4. Like that, in another way also marginal total utility can be calculated. So there is another formula, total utility n, that is equal to summation of marginal utility n. Summation of marginal utility n. So what is the total utility of 5 units of apple? So we need to add 12 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0. So the total is 24. From 5 units of apple, consumer gets total utility of 24. If he takes 6th apple, then he gets total utility of 24. If a person was on consuming a commodity 1 by 1 without any time gap, then total utility increases at a diminishing rate. Marginal utility goes on diminishing. That I explain later in a law, that is law of diminishing marginal utility. After that, after setting point or saturation point, utility becomes negative. It goes below x-axis. So from 6 units of apple, total amount of satisfaction the consumer derives, that is 22. So how to calculate that total utility? Utility from first apple 12, second 6, 4, 2, 0 minus 2 gives us total utility of 22. In this way we can calculate total utility. So what is total utility? Total amount of satisfaction from the consumption of all units of a commodity. Next concept is marginal utility. So what is the meaning of marginal utility? Extra satisfaction from the consumption of an extra unit of a commodity. An additional benefit which a consumer derives from the consumption of an additional unit of a commodity, or it is the difference between two successive total utilities. It is the difference between two successive total utilities. So that is the meaning of marginal utility. Then how to calculate marginal utility? That is the formula. So marginal utility ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೀಮಾಂತ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Marginal utility n, that is equal to total utility n minus total utility n minus 1. This is one formula, and another formula to calculate marginal utility is delta TU, change in total utility divided by change in quantity. Change in total utility divided by change in quantity. So from here to here, what is the change in total utility? The consumer consumes second unit of apple, change in total utility is 6. How to calculate that? 18 minus 12 gives us 6, isn't it? And units change from here to here, change in unit is 1. So 6 divided by 1 gives us 6, isn't it? Let us do that. So what is the formula? Marginal utility n, that is equal to total utility n minus total utility n minus 1. So what is the marginal utility of second unit of apple? So total utility of second unit of apple minus total utility of n minus 1. 2 minus 1. So TU 2 minus TU, total utility 2 minus 1, that is 1. So here total utility of second unit of apple is 18 minus TU, total utility of first unit of apple is 12. So it gives us answer 6. In this way we can calculate marginal utility. Okay. Another formula, marginal utility is equal to delta TU upon delta Q. This one shows delta. Okay, delta means change. Change in total utility divided by change in quantity. So here change in total utility is 6. Change in unit from here to here, change in unit is 1. So it gives us answer 6. So here we get same answer. By using two formulas we get same answer, and we got that is 6, here also 6. commodity, an extra unit of a commodity. So here, in cardinal utility approach, how can we study consumer behavior? So as we all know, human wants are unlimited, but we can't satisfy all our wants at a time. Why? Because resources are limited. Although human wants are unlimited, any particular want can be satiated. Based on the satiable character of human wants, economists formulated a famous law called law of diminishing marginal utility. So this law was first explained or given by German economist H.H. Gaussen. German economist H.H. Gaussen. Therefore, this law is known as Gaussen's first law. Which is Gaussen's first law? Law of diminishing marginal utility is the Gaussen's first law. Later on, it was popularized by our well-known economist Professor Alfred Marshall. So it was popularized by Professor Alfred Marshall. So how can we understand consumer behavior with the help of law of diminishing marginal utility? What is the statement of this law? What does this law tell us? Let us see that if a consumer goes on consuming a particular commodity one after another without any time gap, this is very important, without any time gap, total utility increases. Total utility increases at a diminishing rate. Total utility increases at a diminishing rate. Means marginal utility goes on decreasing. What happens here? Marginal utility or satisfaction level from every successive units goes on decreasing. That is cleared in this table. So here total utility goes on increasing at a diminishing rate. Okay? So I repeat, if a consumer goes on consuming a particular commodity one after another without any time gap, what happens? Total utility or total satisfaction, it increases at a diminishing rate. It means marginal utility goes on decreasing. So that is very much cleared in this table. So you have to explain this concept with the help of table and a diagram. This is what we call illustration of this law. So how can we illustrate? So units of banana in this column, total utility already explained. Then marginal utility here I have written. So first unit of banana gives consumer 12 units of marginal utility. Total utility will become 12. If we take second banana, then satisfaction level decreases from 12 to 6. But total utility here is 18 without any time gap. If he takes third one, then total utility is 22. Here marginal utility decreases from 6 to 4. That is, this one is less than second satisfaction level from second unit. Then if he takes one more, that is fourth unit of banana, then total utility is 24. Marginal utility is 2. It is very low when we compare to first banana, that is satisfaction level 12. Then if he takes fifth banana, then marginal utility is 0. Total utility remains constant. So he has to stop consumption here because he reaches saturation point. That I will explain later. If one more banana is given to him, what happens to him? Then there is no utility added to him. Utility will become disutility with the negative value. It comes under marginal utility. Marginal utility here it is -2. It goes below x-axis when if he takes sixth last unit of banana. So total utility also starts decreasing. So if he takes first banana, he gets maximum satisfaction with the 12. If he keeps on consuming bananas one by one without any time gap, satisfaction level goes on decreasing. Then it reaches 0, then it will become negative. Total utility increases at a diminishing rate. So this one we can explain with the help of diagram. Here the OX axis measures units of bananas, Y axis measures total utility and marginal utility. So I have plotted points here. Then if we join all these, we get a curve called total utility curve. And here marginal utility curve is downward sloping from left to right. When a consumer consumes 5th banana, then the marginal utility is 0. Here total utility is maximum, that is 24. When he takes 6th banana, then the marginal utility becomes negative. So this with the minus 2 value it goes below OX axis, and this downward sloping curve is called marginal utility curve. So total utility increases, then it remains constant. After that it starts decreasing. Marginal utility it is decreasing, then it reaches or it intersects OX axis with the 0 value, then it goes below OX axis, it means with the negative value. So when the total utility is maximum, that is a saturation point. So consumer has to stop consumption. We know where to stop consumption. This law helps a consumer to avoid unwanted expenditure. So then it starts decreasing. So when total utility is maximum, here it is 0. When it starts decreasing, then it goes below OX axis. This law is also based on certain assumptions. So when this law is applicable, units taken for consumption are standard units and identical units. Consumption must be continuous. Consumer should be rational or ordinary person. Utility measured in cardinal numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then price of the commodity and its substitute should remain constant. Consumer taste and preference should remain constant. It should not change. Which are substitute commodities here? Tea and coffee are the substitutes. The price of tea and coffee should remain constant. So standard units means units taken for consumption should be standard, like a cup of coffee and apple and orange like that. Identical units means units taken for consumption should be identical in all aspects. It may be in taste or color or size or quality. Consumer should be rational or ordinary person. Utility measured in cardinal numbers. Price of the commodity and its substitute should not change. This law has universal acceptability, but this is not free from limitations. In all the cases, we can't apply this law. So where? With regard to money. If a person earns more and more money, utility or satisfaction increases. Rare collections, beauty. If beauty increases, then the utility or satisfaction increases. Art or knowledge. If we gain more and more knowledge, then the utility or satisfaction increases. With regard to passion also, utility not decreases but utility increases. Next one is ordinal utility approach. So here utility can be expressed in ranks. Consumer prefers A to B. In combination A, more units of apple and less units of oranges are there. Or consumer prefers B to A. So in this combination, more units of oranges and less units of apples are there. Or consumer may be indifferent between A and B. Consumer may be indifferent between A and B. So this happens because of limited income with the consumer. So to It is a curve showing combinations of two commodities which give consumer same level of satisfaction. It's a curve showing combinations of two commodities which give consumer same level of satisfaction. Let us explain this one with the help of a table. Here I have written different combinations of biscuit and banana with the A, B, C, D and E. Then in this column I have written units of biscuits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This column shows units of bananas with the 12, 8, 5, 3 and 2. This one I will explain later. So here one thing to be noted that indifference curve is downward sloping from left to right. If consumer wants to increase the number of biscuit, he has to sacrifice some units of banana because he has limited income. With his limited income, he can't purchase both the commodities in the larger quantity. So here, to get an additional unit of biscuit, he has to sacrifice or he has to forgo 4 units of banana. So this is B combination, and to have C combination, he has to sacrifice 3 units of banana to have 1 extra unit of biscuit. And to this combination, to have this combination, he has to sacrifice 2 units of bananas to get 1 additional unit of biscuit. And at the E combination, consumer sacrifices 1 unit of banana to get 1 extra unit of biscuit. So why it happens so? Because of limited income, consumer cannot purchase both biscuits and bananas in a larger quantity. So here I have written marginal rate of substitution. So this is a starting stage. Next one, sacrifice and again you have written ratio like 4:1, 3:1, 2:1 and 1:1. So 4 units of banana sacrifice to get 1 unit of biscuit, 3 units of banana sacrifice to have 1 unit of biscuit, here 3:1 and 1:1. So what is this marginal rate of substitution? Marginal rate of substitution means substitution of one commodity for the another to get same level of satisfaction. By having combinations of biscuit and banana like A, B, C, D, E, consumer gets same level of satisfaction. So here, marginal rate of substitution can be calculated as MR S, that is equal to delta Y upon delta X. Here delta means change in Y upon change in X. So these are the combinations of biscuit and banana. From any combination on one IC, consumer gets same level of satisfaction. He prefers A or he prefers E. In between there are B, C, D combination. Consumer may be indifferent between A and B, A, B, C, D and E. Any combination on one IC gives consumer same level of satisfaction. It slopes downwards from left to right. And this IC is indifference curve. And the shape of the curve is convex. It is always convex to the origin. It should be like this. It should be like this. It never touches either y-axis or x-axis. Because consumer wants to have certain combinations of both the commodities. That's why from A, from B, from C, from D and E, consumer gets same level of satisfaction. Same level of satisfaction. That is why this one is called as indifference curve. So what is indifference curve? It is a curve It is a curve showing combinations of two commodities which give consumer same level of satisfaction. I hope the concept is clear to you. So in this concept we discussed how to compatibility or expressibility in ranks like preference of A to B or B to A or indifferent between A and B. So this difference curve analysis, from this we can explain consumer behavior with limited income. That curve shows different combinations of two commodities which give consumer same level of satisfaction. So I have explained this table. MRS here means marginal rate of substitution, and it is always diminishing because consumer has to sacrifice some units of one commodity to have an additional unit of another commodity. That is why initially he has to sacrifice more units of one commodity. Later on it is diminishing. See here, this one is in diminishing rate. MRS is always diminishing. So how to calculate MRS? Delta y upon delta x. Delta y upon delta x. Take for example. So here delta y, change in y, here from 12 to 8. Sacrifice unit, that is 4. Change in x, biscuit. To have an additional unit of biscuit, consumer has to sacrifice 4 units of banana. So the number of biscuit he has purchased, that is 1. So 4 by 1, that is